Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Oops, I forgot to take that down from yesterday. So yeah, we had a lot of fun with Halloween yesterday, that was for sure. But we're back, and now we're going to be doing a lot of token grinding. Actually, so much so, I should probably go get the Switch controller out, because we need that quicker clicks in order to be more efficient with our grinding. But yeah, of course, we got a new Mythic today. That's the most relevant thing that happened today. Or this week, or this weekend, I should say. Actually, there's plenty of relevant things that happened this week. Got 16-star Thar's Thorn, 16-star Zajin, 15-level First Kingdom Ever of Mist the Scales or Wild Plains, whichever one you put them into. So we got a lot of things, and the pet and everything. But yeah, as far as this weekend, of course, the only thing we got was the Mythic. It is a pretty underwhelming Mythic, as most of you probably know. We just posted a video on it. We got it with absurd luck, as you'll see if you go check the video. Also, Isabel, really generous. He did give us a birthday gift, and he mentioned this earlier, and he actually did do it. He ended up giving the Steam Puppy, and apparently this actually gives VIP points too, I guess, when you gift it, because it still counts the money that was spent on the thing. So I haven't gotten more VIP points for, like, ages. I think that might actually bring us up a level. Let me actually go double check. I don't think it did. What were we at previously? 6 or 7? I don't even remember. Yeah, we're at 6. Oh no, it's still a little bit short. You know what? I need to go contact the devs and see if they could take the VIP points from the $70 I spent on Switch and put it onto the Steam account, since I barely touch the Switch account these days. I definitely need to go ask that, because that would actually give us VIP 7. What does VIP 7 even give us? Anything relevant? A little bit extra souls. I guess that's somewhat relevant in the current state of the game. An extra glory key per day, which is pretty much nothing. And the other two are irrelevant. I'm never going to buy gems and team slots. Well, I guess one team slot would still be useful for videos and stuff. One extra thing to go put teams into. But I'll ask them about that later. Pretty sure they'll say no, but it's worth asking. But anyways, thank you again, Isabel. Greatly appreciated. Actually, let me go equip it and upgrade it right now. Actually, will I upgrade it? I'm not sure if I'll upgrade it, but I'll definitely equip it, because I don't think we need to have it upgraded. Adano's going to have another level 20 pet through the faction. So I guess that makes it so we don't need to go do the upgrade for it if we ever do that, in case that ever does get a lot more troops. That whole entire kingdom needs like a whole rework though. Anyways, where am I going? Pets. Let me go equip this thing. Where is the pets? So we'll change our appearance for it too. Where'd it go? It is buried. I forget what its name is within the game, because I've never had it. There it is. Steam Puppy! Let's go equip it. There we go. I definitely need to go change appearance to match it a bit better. So now we're only missing technically 2 pets. Or no, 1 pet, right? Yep, we're only missing 1 pet. The only pet I don't own is the Android pet, which costs $50, and you can only get it if you have a Android phone. Though I guess there is one other way to get it. I could use BlueStacks on an Android emulator. Link my account and then buy it that way if I really wanted to. So I guess technically that would work, though it's like $50. I'm not sure I want to do full completion just to with that $50. But no, we pretty much have everything. The only 2 troops I'm missing are the Mech Gnome and Mythic Treasure, just because I don't currently have any Mythic Treasure because I used them all. The only weapon I'm missing... Wait, I'm missing a weapon? Hold up. I shouldn't be missing any weapons. Did I forget a weapon? Wait, there's no way I'm missing a weapon. Unowned. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I still haven't gotten 250 wins on the most recent hero class. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was gonna say, like, when on earth did I miss a weapon? Yeah, that's just the hero class weapon. But yeah, we pretty much have everything now. We're just basically missing 1 pet, because the Mech Gnome will be so easy to get once we just open our vault keys. The weapon we technically already have, just takes a little bit. Team slots will never obviously have all of them. That's not really considered for full completion. You have to spend like $9,000 or something to get all of those. We're obviously not doing that. So that doesn't really count. But yeah, we basically have all the troops. I would just need to open vault keys for Mech Gnome and open some shards, which I already have. Like, I could get it easily with the resources I already own. So I don't really count that. Weapons, we just have to get more wins on that. And the only thing that's money locked is like the $50 pet thing for 100% completion. I don't think most people really consider the money pets as needed for completion. But, oh well, we're only 1 away at this point. Anyways, let me go change my appearance to go match it now. Let's see. Probably always going to be wearing it too. If we're going to have a $50 pet, we might as well wield it. Let's see. We'll go all out. We'll go with the money armor too. We'll go all money. Wait, we need to go with one of the things that cost money too. Let's see. Let's go with dwarf. Let's see. Dwarf. No beard. No, let's go with the luscious beard. With the luscious hair. Not that color though. Actually, that brownish might actually even work. It doesn't fit that well with the armor though. Let me find the steampunk armor actually. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. There we go. Let's see. Do we need any other changes? I wish we had more color options. Let's see. Do any colors fit a bit better? Not the same color. Oh, I guess that's a little bit brighter. Actually, I like that more. We're almost the same color, but that looks better. This is the right one, right? Yeah, it's the right one. What other ones? No, I think we're gonna stick with that. Where's the brighter one? Is that the right one? Yes, that one. Okay, let's go with that. There we go. Oh, wait. Would you save changes? Do you want to save changes? Yes. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's a new outfit for now. There we go. Anyways. Oh, beetle. Let me go get this. 9 minutes left. Go, 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 go. Oh, we should easily be able to get it. But let's go and get our wins real quick here. I actually need more copies of beetle. We still have 2 more rarities to upgrade it. And it works in every battle we ever do. So it's pretty relevant to get upgraded. Well, not really, because the extra mastery means almost nothing. However, it does technically apply to every battle we ever do. And getting it all the way upgraded would give us like a 0.01 extra % chance to surge on that color, which I believe is red. Obviously, it's really minuscule, but it does affect every battle we ever do, so I guess it's a little relevant because of that, even though its bonus is so minuscule. Despite 65 vault keys, you don't have mech gnome. Ouch. Yeah, I'm holding mine because they're likely doing an update to vault keys that will make getting those troops easier, or at least getting multiple copies of them easier. We're not certain yet if it's going to be an actual buff to vault keys overall, but there's a chance they're going to add like a difficulty system to vault keys, whereas currently there's just 1 difficulty for it, which is just doing it normally. But it's something they talked about. Not sure if they're actually going to be implementing it. If it was to be implemented, it's probably going to be implemented by 5.0, but 5.0 isn't coming till sometime about midway through next year, so still got a ways until that. That's what I'm hoarding my keys for. I have no immediate need for mech gnome. It's not like we'd ever actually use it in a team, just for collection purposes, so we could wait a little while. Plus, they might add another gnome by the time I even go and open them, so we can get 2 at once. And there we go. Another one down, several to go. And we got 8 minutes to do it. Oh, that's plenty of time. Got over a minute per battle. Also, I didn't even say hello to everyone. Hello, Isabel, and thanks again. Hello, Blitz. Hello, Itty Bitty. Hello, Elite. Hello, Drock. Hello, Jedi. Hello, Wizzo. Hello, Smithy. Hello, Frag Hunter. Hello, Mehmet. And, wait, am I repeating them already? And hello, Wizzo. Welcome, everyone. That awkward moment when I just loop around the same few names over and over again. Oh, what do we grab here? Let's take some browns. Come on, get that key rolling. Get that man. Oh, no surge. Ah. Oh, we'll take a brown for now. Get that going. We'll take some greens over there and just get everything destroyed. Get that over there. Boom. And then we go key to key. And should be good to go. So we get a key down. So we get a nice destroy everywhere. And a destroy on top of that. Stream dies. Good job. Let's see. Stream, come back, please. Don't be like this. Well then, stream. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Let's see. There we go. Very soon. Very, very soon. Yeah, I know, now it's probably buffering a bunch. Based on what YouTube is saying. So what's the streaming program saying right now? So far it says it's fine. Other than the dropped frames that happened from when it went down. Weird. Very weird. Anyways, let's move that back over. Good, okay. So let's go and get our gold. Grab our greens, get a key down. That should be enough damage, hopefully. Grab ourselves the reds that we need. Let's see. Grab that. Get our gold thing. Last of our reds and destroy everything. And then one more into key and be good to go. I know, now we won't have as much time to do the pet because I wasn't playing while it went down. No, we should be fine though. We still have 5 minutes. That's like 1 minute per battle. That's still plenty enough time. We got this. Let's go move that over. Grab our blues that we need. Get a little bit of greens there. We get our destroy. Okay, now the stream quality seems to be going back to normal. Grab ourselves a destroy everywhere. Get ourselves a key. And another destroy and key. And be good to go. If it'll let me cast. Yeah, it's gonna be fun once we have a 2 PC setup too. Because I'll actually be able to divide the things up and be able to keep track of stuff a bit better. And I won't have everything running on one PC, which would be really nice. Which even without changing my connection would help the connection. I'm still not sure which way I'll be setting it up though. If I'll be gaming on my normal PC and using the new PC to stream, or if I'll be doing gaming on the other PC and using this to stream. Not sure which way I would want to do it. Obviously, if I was ever to do console stuff, it would be on the new computer streaming it and the console doing the game itself, obviously. But still not sure what way to do it if I'm doing 2 PCs, specifically with a PC game. We'll probably have to test it both ways and see which way goes better. Hello, Diamede. Welcome. And hopefully dead. Or not. Okay. Well, luckily destroy should be enough damage to kill it out, and it's down. There we go. Yeah, I know. We had to spend a lot of keys for the most few mythics. This one we got absurdly lucky, though. We got in 50 keys. I don't think I mentioned it yet this stream. Yeah, spoilers, though I kind of already spoiled it partially with the title of the video. Just to make it something slightly different for once. More clickbaity, no. If anything, it almost makes it less clickbaity, actually. These are kind of already hints at what we got for the keys. Yeah, we got in the first 50. It was absurdly lucky. Luckiest we've gotten in a while. It wasn't the first time we got in first 50, but it has been like over a year since we've done that, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the second or third time we've ever had it within the first pool of keys. Probably the second time. I can't remember what mythic was the first one, though. I know for sure I've done it at least once before, though. On the first key opening. Also, did I forget to get a water? Oh, no, I did. I just forgot to start drinking it. I'm like, I am so thirsty right now. And I grabbed the water, but didn't start drinking. I do that so often. I have, like, way too short-term memory in that regard. It's like, I'll grab a water because I feel thirsty, bring it over, and then I won't drink it until I feel thirsty again. And then it's like, oh yeah, duh, I didn't drink the water yet. Gosh, that's so bad. Oh, so that reminds me, I still didn't reserve Melting Pot for this Sunday. So you can do it as early as a day in advance, so should be fine. Also, we're doing it at an earlier time, so they're probably not busy then. Oh, we finally got the weapon, by the way. Oh, we own all the weapons again. There we go, there's the weapon for the most recent hero class. Nothing too over the top, but a little something if nothing else. Okay, other thing, but yeah, weapons. Now we have every weapon in the game once again. Still missing 1 pet, and those 2 troops we'll get eventually. They're easy to get. We have the resources for it, we're just not spending them at the moment. Okay, so Next order of business. We did our beetle. Let's go start the grind. Let me actually go hook up the controller real quick though. I can go get that up. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Bluetooth. I'm gonna go get the thing. Why is Bluetooth not coming up? There it is. Bluetooth settings. Get controller. Whee. Okay, this should hopefully not take too long to set up. Some days it does it immediately, other days it feels like taking like multiple minutes on end. Hopefully today will be one of the days where it's like, oh, I'll go do it immediately, and it'll just work. So let's go and just hook it up again. I always disable and put it back in because for whatever reason it doesn't like to reconnect. But if you do it all the way like that, it does pretty easily. I've noticed. There we go. Okay, it was being really friendly today. Already hooked up, boom. There we go, done, and done. Close that, close that. Let's see. Let's see. Go do that, do that. Get that in there. Okay, so. Let's get into things. Go do, I guess we'll start with some Urskia first. Go from there. Not with that team. Of course with our... Oh yeah, we did build a couple teams for this. Nothing seemed too over the top though. It seems really average. But it is a nice utility. It just doesn't seem that useful for anything. Like, it's probably going to be Guild War only. For just slotting it in when you don't have... Like, when you need the coloration, but you don't really have much else to put there. It feels like it's one of those kind of troops where you're just using it as a utility for that. But it does not really have much purpose beyond that, unfortunately. Well, let's go get our Scorpius thing. Hello, Liz! Welcome! Let's see. What would be the first epic rarity troop that you would metal upgrade? Currently none, because it's better to do the ultra rares with your epic metals. Same that it's better to do your legends with your mythic metals. But as far as which one I would go for, probably... I don't know, all of them gain such bad value though, is the only real big issue. Rowain doesn't even gain that big of a benefit because she gets magic rather than armor, which greatly reduces down the potential damage she could have gotten. I'm almost leaning towards Azura, just because of how much of a utility it can be used for. And if I'm not mistaken, it gains well-rounded stats. There's almost no epic that would be worth going out of your way for within the next several months. But I can go double check real quick, like which one would be the absolute best. I still need to do a video for best 3 for each. But, let's see, or best 4 for each, I mean. Base rarity, go down to epic. Why'd it freeze there? Yeah, all this is useless, at least from an upgrading perspective. Azura, oh yeah, Azura just gains HP. It'll be not too bad though, because you can use her more towards first or second slot if you do. Probably more so second. Ideally, you don't want to put her in first, but some Guild War days you do kind of have to just to make your team work. But yeah, most of these you don't need upgrades on, because it wouldn't really make or break the character if they did or did not have those upgrades. And most of these for how expensive they are relative to the other things. Actually, you know what? Don't you gain attack? Yeah, I guess Gargoyle would probably be one of your best bets. It gains magic plus attack. Basically, everything about it gains offensive capability. So Gargoyle is probably your first best bet for epics, especially if you use it often for delves. I know I personally do. But yeah, I think it might just be Gargoyle, because it gains pure damage from doing it. It gains attack, which increases his damage, and it gains magic, which increases his damage. Yeah, I'd probably go and lean towards Gargoyle if you were to go upgrade your first epic, though I do not advise upgrading epics in the current state of the game. It's just not worth it. Is the Mythic worth getting? No. The Mythic is pretty average. It's a good utility troop in that you can use it for its Entangle Bleed, but there's already so many troops that can do Entangle, and you don't really need the Bleed aspect that much, that you might as well just kind of skip on it. It's definitely not one of the... It's not a must-have Mythic by any means. Everything that it does, you can pretty much do with other troops. He's an okay second slot Guild War troop, but aside from that, I don't think he's going to have any purpose besides second slot Guild War for his respective color days. I'm not a fan of the new Mythic. I never was, even prior to it coming out. Seemed like it was going to be pretty underwhelming. It's at the average tier. Like, it's not useless, it's just very ultra situational. Maybe once Bleed gets a little bit better and True Damage gets a bit better. What is the last slot in his team? It is Arnifix. The whole point of her is she poisons all enemies whenever you get an extra turn, which allows us to double Scorpius within after we get our first extra turn. It brings them all into a poison state so that we can double kill them. Similar can be done with Web Spinner, however, doing it with Web Spinner is slower than doing it with Arnifix, because all she needs is one extra turn, whereas Web Spinner needs all his mana. It's not too much slower doing it with Web Spinner, though. Oh, you found out that the kill team from the forums? Oh, I've been using this for a little while. But yeah, that is where I initially found out about it. It was posted a while back. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, though. I used it pretty much like 2 days after it was discovered. It didn't make the cut for the video, though, from when I recorded it. The video that went over teams for factions. Or for Explore, I mean. Yeah, it has the quickest gold rate pretty much in the entire game. Potentially even quicker than... oh, you know what? They didn't fix that glitch, did they? I mentioned that during the beta. I never did get around to that, did they? Because I was using controller during beta, and if you spam click the button, it makes the one visual like go all the way off the screen. I believe it works for things other than just medals. It's something they still haven't patched out yet. I believe that's been around for a couple versions now. So few people use controller while on the PC version. That I guess they just haven't really bothered fixing it, and it's only visual glitch. It doesn't like do anything else other than visual. It's been around for a while. I feel like visual glitches are like the ones that tend to last the longest, just because it doesn't affect anything gameplay wise, nor does it normally occur in the actual game state itself. Though there are some things that do occur in the game state itself that they still haven't fixed. For example, if you win a game with your final kill being Yagway's 3 lifesteal or anything similar that does like a lifesteal off a trait that you have to swipe off the board. Same as if you do it with Iron Guts thing, though it's a lot less common to do it with that. But if you end up doing that, it ends up doing, it like slows down the game for a moment. It like has like a weird lag glitch, which actually does affect gameplay because it lags for like 2 seconds longer than it should. Small things like that, they do need to get around to, because the list is starting to pile up. Also, it's ultra trivial, but if you go and drag the on the main menu with all the map screen, you can actually drag the map, which you're normally not able to. Also, we found that new glitch too, where we can go make a fun gray screen. So right here, we can make a gray screen whenever we want. Yeah, there's a lot of visual glitches like this. Some of which are more recent, like this one. However, some of them have been in the game for like 2 years now, and they still haven't bothered patching them out. Not sure if they're eventually going to get around to it or what, but hopefully. Also, I can't undo quick chat again. There we go. There we go, fixed. I actually do like that glitch. That glitch is actually somewhat useful, though. Because you can like gray out your screen whenever you want. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is click escape. I believe the same thing works on the cancel command on controller too. But you can just do it whenever you want. Like, boom, there we go, gray screen. Though it does have that weird bar over there. That'd be interesting if it didn't have that. You could just have like a gray filter so the screen isn't as bright. That actually is one thing that isn't in the things, is there? There isn't a brightness control for this game. Oh, there you go. There's your brightness control. So you only have extremely dim as an option. Or normal. Yeah, I don't think they do have a brightness setting, do they? I never even realized that. Oh, they do now. With that glitch. Yeah, they don't have any brightness setting. I actually never realized that. Normally because I don't normally adjust the brightness. So I didn't really notice. And there we go. There's your brightness setting. We have dull or very bright. If you're wondering, this isn't just the chat being closed. I actually can't click on it. So you can see here, I'm actually clicking on my guild, except it's clicking on Scorpius right now. So this actually isn't an active screen. It's not that the chat isn't active. Like, for example, you could do this and just have it so, for example, okay, maybe you can't. I thought you could click it twice and then make that go away. But, yeah, it isn't exactly the same thing because you can't actually click on them. I'm clicking on my guild right now, and obviously it's clicking Scorpius, not the guild, because the screen isn't actually there. Oh, I can't click on chat now. Chat, come back. Where is it? There it is. Oh, I moved. Come back. I'm pretty sure it's in top left here. There it is. Is there a troop immune to poison? Yes, there's a lot of troops immune to poison. It's actually the most common immunity in the entire game. However, the reason why we specifically do the Kingdom of Urskea when doing this team is there is currently 0 Urskea troops in the game that have immune to poison. Which is why we do it here. So, hello, Fando. Welcome. So, hello, Michael. Ooh, you have 2 of the 4 magic medals. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm still on that grind. I don't even have 1 yet. Hopefully we'll get it eventually. Yeah, we still got a little bit to go. We need 2 more Nishas to get our first +4 magic. I haven't gotten one for almost 2 weeks now. I've gotten really bad luck in that regard. Not so much on the Mythic, but I'm trying to get that for sure. I have been. Mythic troops, apparently easy. Mythic shards, not so much. So I'm probably going to be streaming for about another 2 hours or so today. I do have something I need to do around 3:30 or so. Which is in like 2 hours, 20 minutes from now. What announcement did you miss last night? Oh, that reminds me. I still have all the polls. Thank you for reminding me. I need to go disable all those polls that are on this stream right now. Because I do not need this data again, because we already got the data. I'm kind of curious if anyone has actually bothered doing them this stream. Probably not. I'm pretty sure most people don't bother checking the corner unless they specify. Not something you would normally just click on. Nope, no one did a single one yet. Haha, good. Let me go delete all these then. Because those were just for that one stream. I need to go add the playlist back here. Oh, I'll do that later. It won't take too long. Need to add the 4.6 playlist. I always like having the playlist in the thing. In the corner. Pretty sure very, very few people click on it. There's actually data on it. It's something like less than 1%. It's probably even less than 1%. Like a decimal of a percent. But people still use it. But anyways. Okay. So all the polls are out. But thanks for reminding me indirectly without actually reminding me. But the main thing that we were announced last night was just a bunch of equipment that we're going to be getting in the near future. Investing back into the channel. Getting another PC soon. Which we'll be doing dual PC streaming off of, so that the stream lags less. I'll be fixing the internet connection soon. A few things I'm going to be adjusting with that should permanently, hopefully, fix that. Other than that, we're going to be getting a new stream interface that's currently in the process of being commissioned. That should be done hopefully sometime next week, though I'm not in any real rush for it, but based on this time thing, it should be sometime next week. Other than that, what else? Oh yeah, we're going to be streaming on Mixer soon. We'll still be streaming on both YouTube and Mixer, just simultaneously. But we are going to start pushing Mixer sometime in the very near future, and probably into the next 2 months, just so I can end up getting partnered with them. I'll still be using Mixer, obviously, after that fact, too. But it's just going to be a combination of YouTube and Mixer. It won't really be any different for any of you that prefer watching on YouTube. But we'll also have the Mixer option, so that'll be a thing. And other than that, I was probably, I was finally gonna get a dragon costume. Finally in the process of commissioning that. That's like a several $1,000 thing by the time it gets finished, and that's probably gonna be like a year-long, 2-year-long project trying to commission that thing. But I have started the process in that. But I believe that was most everything. Now we're getting a bunch of knick-knack stuff for the channel to help improve it. What are the easiest 3 kingdoms to do level 12 Explorer, in your opinion? Easiest 3? Well, your Urskea, if you're doing this team's the absolute easiest. Not sure exactly what the other 2 would be. As long as you don't do any of the kingdoms that have the 6 dooms, or anything that has a lot of revive, you should be fine. Or as long as you're not doing a kingdom that has a lot of counter to what you're using. Obviously, you wouldn't want to use a Devour option in something like Kazale because of all the immune that they have there. Also, hello, William. Hello, Edric. Welcome, welcome. Gosh, why do I still feel tired? I hate that. It's something about Fridays. Like, if I'm ever gonna feel tired on any day, Friday's just the day where I feel tired. I'm not sure why. Just a thing. But we gotta get that grind. Too bad we don't have Volt event. I wasn't around when the Volt event was around for when Metals first came out. So that was kind of unfortunate because we could have gotten a lot of grind in, but didn't. Come on, Mythic. Oh, I thought that was the Mythic one for a second. It's just an Anu. Still good, though, to see a higher rarity one. But that is not the one I'm looking for. The Mythic one is technically 3 times better than the Legendary one. As far as how much it can upgrade troops. And really, that's how all the rarities are. The rare is 3 times better than the common. The ultra rare is 3 times better than the rare. The epic's 3 times better than the ultra rare. The legend is 3 times better than the epic, and the mythic is 3 times better than the legend. And that's mainly because of how they get upgraded. Because when you're upgrading something like an ultra rare, for example, for its final level, you can simply use 1 epic one, rather than needing to use 3 ultra rare ones. Meaning that every single rarity above is theoretically 3 times the value of the one prior. That technically means a Medal of Nisha is worth... What's the math on that? Like, what is the math on that? How many things is that worth? Wouldn't you have to multiply that multiple times over? Isn't that like something to the power of... I think it's 3 to the 6 power. I did not have a calculator that can do that, do I? Wait, does this calculator have that function? What's 3 to the 6 power? Why does this calculator not have that function? I think it might have a more advanced setup that I can use. Wait, couldn't I just times 3 into that 3 times? Or 6 times? Wait. Common, rare, ultra rare, epic, legend, mythic. Yeah, it was 6. Just double checking. Yeah, never mind. I can just times it. 1, or that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that really true? Hold up. Is that correct? I think that was the right math for it. If that was correct, a Medal of Nisha is worth 720 times more than a Medal of the common one, whatever it was called. I forget off the top of my head. Medal of Guard, I believe it was called. I think I did the math right there. But yeah, it's 7. Okay, stream didn't die yet. Back. Gosh, I hate this so much. I can't wait till the day where we can go back to streaming where I don't have to worry about it constantly going down every 5 seconds. It's gonna be nice feeling. And there we go, token of Arachnia and a useless token of guard. We just went over how useless your value is. There we go. Yeah, it's 720 times more, assuming I did the math right. Is the value of a badge of, or a medal of Nisha relative to a medal of guard. And let's go that up. What do we have here? Let's take the purple for now, grab that over, all that cascaded together. Get our explosions. And the Scorpius kill it. Get the other one going. Well, I did it on the calculator and it was 729. Also, how on earth do you do that in your head? The furthest I could get in my head with that would probably be 81? I guess I could have done that by 3 as well. But I guess that wouldn't be too bad doing it all in your head. It's 3 and 3, 9, then it's 27. Then it's 81. Then it's 243. Then it's 729. So yeah, I guess you could do that in your head. There we go. What do we even have here? Let's go clear out the whole board. All the hearts. Also, that reminds me, once we do go onto Mixer and such, we need to figure out what we want for emoticons once we start getting those things. We definitely need a soon TM. That can't not happen. As far as the rest, we'll need to try figuring out some. Oh yeah, we still need to get a rainbow snake. That was a really funny joke like several years back. It was based on Quaidle, that one troop that was going to be added to the game. But then it ended up being useless, so we never ended up using it. It was a pretty funny meme on the stream for like about a year. How's the new Mythic? Horrible. The new Mythic is very, 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 very bad. Well, not really. It's like average. But it's not really worth going out of your way to get, that's for sure. It's basically just an Entangle Bleed option. Doesn't have much it's usable for. Its only real purpose is second slot Guild War. And that's about the furthest you'll get with value for it. And even that's, it's not the most optimal thing for. Just a option for that. Yeah, second slot Guild Wars is about as far as its usefulness goes. There's not really a single other game mode where it's going to be viable enough to be used. There we go, another 2 token of guard. Fail, getting all the low rarities today. Oh, what just happened? Did I just double repick the difficulty? That was weird. Oh, you finally got a Nisha medal this morning. Congrats. I'm still trying to get my first. I would say I would keep streaming until I get it. However, I do have something I need to do in an hour and a half or so from now. But definitely this weekend. There's no way we're not getting one this weekend. At least one. We only need to find 2 single Nisha tokens. That's all we need. 2 Nisha tokens. Nothing else. Just 2 Nisha tokens. Though hopefully after that we get another 9 Nisha tokens. Because obviously we need 2 of them at least. But I want at least 1. Because right now I don't even have a single +4 magic. And there's no point in using the +1s compared to using like +8 or HP or something like that. Because if I had the choice between 1 magic and 8 HP, I would generally go for the 8 HP. Or even the 4 attack, depending on the context of the team. Or even the 10% cleanse at that point. But the metal nerfs, which 3 would you say are the best 3 to use for general purposes? 1 single 20% mana start, the +4 attacks, and the +4 magic. So the +8 life is also useful. But for general purpose, you're generally running 20% mana start with 2 lives, 2 attacks, or 2 magics. And of course, if you're using a team that's mostly 50% mana started, you would just do a combination of generally magic. Like all magic, all life, all attack, a mix of life and attack, or some kind of similar combination. Zeddicus I wouldn't really advise using much in the nerf state unless you really desperately need cleanse. The most noteworthy instance where you'd probably use Zeddicus is Guild Wars. So aside from that context, I don't feel like you'd really use it that much. Unless the enemy team is really heavily stats effect related. So do keep in mind, Zeddicus does not work if you're stunned. So it's more so like a freeze counter. Stuff like that. Because if you get stunned, it stops triggering. It is currently the only metal that can be stopped with stun. But any metal that into the future that is reoccurring will stop with stun. The reason 20% mana start doesn't get stopped is because it triggers at the start of battle. Similar to 50% mana start and all the others. And the stats don't because they just get applied immediately at the beginning. Similar to how traits do it for some things, like the 2 extra life to all giants, for example. Oh, we did not get an extra turn yet. Oops, and there's this one right there. Hopefully we cascaded though. Ooh, that's bad. Could have taken one. Okay, there we go. Let's grab that. Problem though, I don't have mana for him, given I just threw away all of his mana. Oh yes, thank you, Shadow. We had a really fun Halloween night. I had a lot of fun yesterday. I didn't even want to end the stream. It was so much fun. Advice to prior leveling the kingdom after getting all done to 10. Priority leveling the kingdoms after getting them all to 10. Do you mean post level 10 leveling? I covered a video on that a little while back, the deeds video, as far as which kingdoms are best to utilize for the color upgrades. As far as what they are, brown currently has none. Red is either Wild Plains or Mythic Scales. Blue is, I believe, Merlantis. It's either Merlantis or Stormheim, depending on which one you want to do. Let's see. Yellow is generally going to be Pan's Veil. Which one did I miss? Purple is any of the 4 Magic Kingdoms. I believe I'm currently doing Silverglade for my first one. And green goes to Zolkari. Yeah, any of the 4 Magic Kingdoms is what you do your purple in. Currently, I'm just doing Silverglade. Yellow is Pan's Veil. There's a few other ones that are similarly valued. I'm just going down the Pan's Veil route. Brown currently does not have a viable option. However, of anything that does exist, Drac Zoom is probably your best bet as far as where to put your browns if you do want to dump it into something. Blue is either Merlantis or Stormheim. I'd actually probably say Stormheim is a little bit better because it's getting a faction, I believe 2 factions from now. Zolkari is for green. Mythic Scales or Wild Plains is for red. A reason I went down Mythic Scales, even though it has a weaker stat that you end up getting, it has it's the only red that has a faction associated with it currently. The Wild Plains is the best one if you want to go for stats. And which one did I forget? I think I just forgot to mention one right here. And green is Elcarjen. I think that's all 6. Yeah, those are the ones that you focus on. Also, whenever you start putting deeds into a kingdom, you want to get it all the way to max. So since I already started Merlantis, I don't want to start going into Stormheim. I'm going to want to finish Merlantis out to completion, and then if I want to do Stormheim, I can, and go from there. Which also reminds me, I should probably prioritize what my next red kingdom will be. Actually, I'm probably going to start saving my red deeds until we get a new red faction. Because we should be getting another red faction soon, given that that's the only red faction currently. Anyways, back to the grind. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I did not meant to set you as my home kingdom. What are you doing? Back to Whitehelm as my home kingdom. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Click the right one this time. There you go. Hello, Rage! Welcome! Will I be streaming on my birthday? Yes, I will be streaming on my birthday. That is correct. My birthday's on the 4th, so next Monday. Yeah, we'll still be doing the Monday event video, hopefully on the day itself. And I'll obviously be streaming that night around 8 or so. Yeah, I'll still be streaming on my birthday. There'll be a little birthday stream while we go over the weekly stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty much celebrating my birthday, like the day before. For the most part. Like, most of the celebration I'm doing for it, I'm doing on, tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, the 3rd. This Sunday. Probably celebrate it slightly on the birthday itself, but, that's what the stream's for. We'll celebrate it on stream. Also, I technically celebrated my birthday 2 weeks ago as well. On that little mini vacation. That basically was my birthday. The whole little mini vacation thing. And it's kind of funny because my friend's birthday was actually like somewhat prior to that. So we kind of just like celebrated it indirectly. Oh, Cynical, welcome! Now we just need to get Key Lime here. He commented on my video. He's not watching the stream though, so I assume he's busy with other stuff. Unless he's here lurking. Thank you, Azala. Well, it's still a few days. November 4th. He's got Forest of Thorns to 16-star Kingdom level. Would it be better to put Deeds into that one instead? Kingdom level and Star level are two completely different things. Like, they have no correlation to each other. For the most part. Well, I guess the first 10 levels do. But beyond the first 10 levels, you having a higher level for the Kingdom compared to its star level doesn't actually matter. Like, for the first 10 it matters because of tribute, but beyond that point, they share no correlation. So you could upgrade a kingdom that's only at 8 stars to 15, and it won't have any less value than one that's at, like, level 17 that you're doing to 15. Because nothing post 10 has any effect based on the star level. Double Yasmin? And what I mean by that is, if we go check the rewards real quick off of any of these, we go to the level over here. None of these benefit from having a higher star level. The first 10 do because of tribute, but beyond 10 you don't have tribute anymore. You're just getting team bonus, faction bonus, team bonus, faction bonus, and a stat. Not a single one of these 5 have any correlation to your star level. Up to 10 it does, but getting up to 10 is really easy. It doesn't require any deeds. But yeah, beyond 10, so as far as deed usage is concerned, it does not matter what the base star level of the kingdom is. It could be as low as like a 7, or as high as like a 16, and that has no effect on how much value you'll get from upgrading it with deeds, because everything post level 10 has no effect based on star level. Only up to 10 does, because you end up getting tributes, which is connected to the extra tribute rewards that you get off of star levels. But for post level 10, they have no correlation at all, at least currently. Did I go over teams with a new Mythic? Yes, in the previous video that I just uploaded. I'm not really messing with it much on stream because it's a really underwhelming Mythic. It's still towards about the average area because of its utility purposes and its Guild Warp usage. But overall, it's not really anything too interesting for the most part. Yeah, I posted a video on it about an hour ago. Well, it was a key opening. Key opening. Actually, I should say literally. Actually, that's not an expression. It was literally a key opening. Not a keys opening, a key opening. Spoilers. No, the title already spoiled it so well. You messaged Key Live. You didn't have to message Key Live. Yeah, I think that's what I'm actually going to do for the 2 PC setup. I was just thinking about it in my head, and I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to stream off the new PC, but still game off of this PC. And the main reason for that is we were already going to need to stream off the new PC anyways for when we do console gaming. Because obviously if we had to use only one PC, we'd obviously want to use the better one. To handle everything. So I'm probably just going to do that for both ways. So we'd still do most of our gaming since it isn't that intense. This computer can definitely handle like something like Gems of War, if that's the only thing on the entire computer running. And then just simply have it so the other PC just captures it all. That sounds like a plan. I'll move that for now. If you're not here in chat, that means you're lurking or catching the replay. Yeah, there's actually a really high amount of people that catch the replays. This is YouTube, so it is more of a video-related platform than a streaming-related platform. So it does kind of make sense why people catch the replays. So I noticed even on Twitch, back when we were only getting like 20 to 30 views per concurrent viewers, like on average, like now we easily get like upwards of 50, if not even higher, like when we're doing bigger stuff, like Monday videos or like the event yesterday where we peaked at like 120, 130 or so. But when we used to average like 20 or 30 viewers on Twitch back when I used to stream on Twitch ages ago, the replays would actually get like over 100 to 200 views like after the fact, normally more towards 100. I was just always kind of surprised by that, because I would look at other streamers, some who would get like 100 concurrent viewers, yet they would have less than 100 viewers like after the fact. I always found kind of weird. Like they get a lot of viewers who watch them initially, but they have no one who like really watches them after the fact, which is one interesting thing about this channel, and just all the streaming that I've done, is that people have like a really high rate of watching the replays of the streams that we do. And that's probably even more noteworthy for things like the Monday stream and the Sunday stream where we're actually going over other specific stuff. That are special event streams like yesterday. I know. I didn't think of that. I thought of that after the fact. I didn't mention it during the video. But yeah, I guess it's just Gems of War's birthday present to me. is that we got a mythic within the first 50 keys. I'm really curious what key it specifically fell on. Oh, I hate when I do that. They weren't poisoned yet. I wonder what key it specifically fell on, because I feel like it was within like the first 10. So of course you have no way of knowing if you're opening a gigantic bulk at once, unless you let them roll out automatically. But I always just skip them. Otherwise we'd be there forever waiting for that many keys to open, because normally you could take upwards of 1,000 keys to try to get it. And we are not sitting through 1,000 keys one at a time. That would take forever. Hello, Leonardo. How have I been doing? I have been doing fantastic. Yeah, this year's been going really great. A lot busier than I normally am, but overall it's been going really great. For some of us, it's way more than 1,000 keys. Yeah, I've had some really unlucky weeks. There was one week where it took, oh gosh, how many did it take? I think it took 300 or 350 VIP keys, which means it took over 12,000 gems to get a mythic one time when I tried for it. With a 1% chance per thing, and ended up taking like 300 or 350. Forget which. I think it was 350. Yeah, we need the whole squad. I don't think we've ever had every single person who streams the game on the stream at once. We've had like a large number, but the biggest issue is normally Salty's not here. She very rarely catches the stream. Probably catches it like once or twice a month for like 10 minutes. Took you 5k glory keys, 107k glory, and 22,000 guild keys. Ouch. Finally get the Grey King. Grey King was actually useful though, unlike this most recent mythic. I still don't feel too highly of Grey King personally though. I know some people really like him. I still find him pretty underwhelming. Like, he's still way above average. Or maybe not way above average, but you know, he's above average. But I don't know, I'm still not a big fan of him personally. He's just such a situational troop. I also always hate the abilities where you have to target something in order to target something on the enemy. Like when you have to target a color on the board in order to target a certain enemy. One of the reasons why I never really cared for Shocktopus. Even though it was like a okay, like mid-range or low-range true damage option. That had like quite a few uses. It just felt too clunky to really use because you constantly have to decide if you want to do it for damage or if you want to do it for board control. And troops like that, I personally don't care for the style of. There's a few troops that are set up like that. That other Legends that isn't Yalgwei from Shentang, I forget his name. The Shocktopus, the Grey King, and I believe that was all of them. There might have been one or two other troops. But those are all the ones that have a mechanic where they have to specifically target a color and with a board control ability that you either have to decide if you want to do it for their damage or if you want to do it for the board control. Let's see, we'll get that for now. Yeah, if you know you're going to be fighting a team that has a lot of the same color, it's definitely worth bringing them out, though. Especially if the entire team is 4 of the same exact color, with none of them having immune to his stuff. Yeah, okay, we'll get a mountain gun. And we somehow still did not get an extra turn out of any of that mess. There we go, finally. And then we'll do that. Get it going again. Dead. He made one with 2 Grey Kings. I still only have 1. Most mythics I do only have 1 copy of. Unless they're like really old mythics, in which case I have like a billion copies of them. I do have 8 copies of Plague though, which is pretty funny. Pretty sure I have the most copies of Plague in the entire game, or at least pretty close to it. It's the only mythic I have more than 4 copies of. Is 8 Plagues. Technically, getting up to 4 copies of any mythic could be considered completion. Because getting every single troop upgraded to mythic with 4 copies is one version of completion. So most people just consider 1 copy and having it fully maxed out being completion. But actual full completion is technically having 4 of every mythic. Which I believe currently 0 people in the entire game has. Which is why it's generally not considered for completion purposes. Yeah, silence. Grey King is currently one of the best silence options in the entire game. Or could be literally the best, depending on the team that you're currently up against. But generally speaking, it's one of the best. But depending on the team composition, it's literally the best. Depending on what you're up against. Especially if you're up against 4 of the same color. It's basically just a silent one, but way better. Yeah, someone mentioned in that last stream that Brexit was delayed. It came up in conversation randomly. How did we not get an extra turn out of all that staircasing? There we go. Oh, nope, that's still not an extra turn. Where's all of our extra turns at? There we go, finally. Didn't someone hit all achievements or something yesterday? Saw on Twitter. Oh yeah, I saw that the earlier too when I was checking the Gems of War thing. Some person who I don't know who seems to be like really popular for something. Not sure. He has like 550,000 Twitter followers. Not sure what he does, but he ended up playing Gems of War for 4 years and got all the achievements, I believe, on Xbox, I think, or something. Not just all the achievements, but also some kind of other system that's on that platform. Like, he got all the achievements and something else that was also related to the game. It's kind of funny because I believe it's Gems of War's most upvoted tweet ever. Probably some decent exposure for the game. The fact that someone like that actually played the game. And played it for that long, too. I'm actually really surprised. It might have just been the base achievements, though. Because if you were casually playing the game for 4 years, you'd probably be able to get the base achievements in that time. Like if you only played for a couple hours a week, over 4 years, you'd get all the achievements. So if you wanted to rush it, you can get all the achievements in as low as probably 6 months to a year. If you rush it. Not everyone has that much time. Let's see. So is it better for tokens to spam this kingdom rather than jumping around? Depends on what teams you have available. The main reason why I spam this one is even if it's slightly slower for tokens, you're getting so much more gold that's worth it. We're getting on average around 300,000 to 400,000 gold per hour, averaging about 350,000 to 360,000 or so. Which is pretty much the highest gold rate in the entire game. I think some people who farm PvP really efficiently can get slightly higher. But to the average person, this is like the highest gold rate in the entire game. Around 350,000 per hour or so. At least with my current bonuses. It might vary slightly depending on your bonuses. Which means we can basically get 1 million gold every 3 hours doing this method. Which is essentially 1 whole legendary task per 3 hours. Per person in your guild that's doing it. Hey, Crab Rave. You got out of the shower to, like 5 different messages. What happened? Nothing happened. I guess a bunch of people just messaged you. We were talking about you, and apparently some people contacted you. And the crab god has appeared. Also, I still haven't heard back from the interface guy since I last messaged him. I should go check it. Also, I kind of feel like browsing Fiverr. Fiverr has a lot of interesting commission options. I actually forgot how many options there are on Fiverr. Because it's actually the first time I've ever bothered using the platform. When I used it a couple days ago. See, where's this page? Or where's the messages? Did he ever reply back? Wait, please provide instructions. Did I already give all the instructions? I already did. Why is it telling me to go do that? I already literally wrote out... it's kind of funny. You're supposed to write up like a little thing to ask for everything that you want for the commission. And there's a 2,500 character limit. Guess how many characters I used? Place your bets now. There's a 2,500 character limit on how many characters you can... Or, you know, like little text things. You know what I mean by characters. As in actual each letter. But there's a 2,500 limit. How many did I use? 2,949 or 2,498? That's a good guess. 160? Any other guesses? 2,501. But yeah, I used exactly 2,500. It's actually funny because it worked out perfectly for my final sentence. I didn't even need to modify it. Yeah, I sent like literally the max amount you could. Oh, stream just died for a second. But yeah, I'm used to writing up like literal paragraphs upon paragraphs for commissions. So having a 2,500 limit is actually small for me. So I still managed to fit everything I needed to in there for the most part. Because I can still contact him after the fact. He just hasn't gotten back to me yet. He's currently taking like 13 commissions on at once, so probably busy. Because that's a lot of commissions to have at one single time. Especially when the time frame on them is only about a week each. Yeah, the price is right. I know, right? No, where are all the nishas? We need nishas. This is so sad. Where are all of our nishas at? We haven't gotten one for almost 2 weeks. It's really sad. And depressing. We easily get the kill, get our explosion, and just any follow-ups, get the final little bit. It's good. Nice little speed right there. It's like a 25-second battle. Great to see those. Except for the battles that take a bit longer. Is there someone you can see what hero class and talents they're using? Yes. You click on their hero. And you'll be able to see all of that. It'll look just like this page. Here you can see their weapon. Here you can see what medals they currently have equipped on their main page here. And here you can see all of the other effects that they have, such as their trait effects, and if they have any medal equipped. But you can also see all 7 of their class talents, all 3 of their traits, and yeah, all the other information and the medals that are here. Yeah, it shows everything. The equipped medals are on the middle page. And it'll show right over there whatever stats they're getting. And over here shows their 7 traits, or however many traits they have, whatever active medals they have, and their normal 3 traits. All on that page. And that's how you can check it. And you just do the same thing for the enemy, even though I just showed it on myself. Obviously, I can't show it on the enemy because we're in a battle that doesn't have any hero on the enemy. But it works the same way. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm actually currently using the wrong perks. Thanks for reminding me. I had it set up for the video earlier, and I forgot to change it because I needed to set it to Bloodthirsty and the Elemental thing. And now I'm going back to Explosion and Fortitude. I was wondering why it seemed a bit different. Yeah, it's because I didn't have the 2 right traits on. Because I was doing this with the Elemental team that was shown for the video earlier with the new Mythic. However, for what we're doing right now, we actually want to have the Explosion and the Immunes. We'll switch that back. Titan is so versatile. Like, every role you would ever needed to do, it has an option for pretty much. So nice. Wonder if we're ever going to get another Titan-like class. Like, one that's actually as versatile as him. We have some that are somewhat shaped around him, but none of them are as versatile as he is. Hopefully the Elemental class will be like that. If they make the Elemental class really good, it's probably going to be the best hero class in the entire game. Not only do the Elementals have 50% mana starts, quite a few good Mythics count as Elemental. And there's some really good perks off of Elementals, like all Elementals gain 1 magic per cast. Yeah, there's a good chance that the Elemental hero class will be the best class in the game once it gets added. Not sure what kingdom it'll be for, but we'll find out. Actually, does the Spoiler thread even show that yet? I don't think it does. Let me see. Class spoilers. Do we have an Elemental one coming up? Ooh, did Silvergate go Elemental? Did it? Did it? Troop type? No, it's Mystic. I heard some people earlier mention that this thing was going to be really good. Why is it going to be really good? Let's see. Gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. Okay, that's decent. Same as Frost Mage. Gain 2 bonus purple mana when matching purple gems. Oh, it's like Core Zero buff for purple. Interesting. It has Arcane, that's good. It has Storm, that's good. And it has Chaos. Yeah, it's a bit weird in that combination. However, Arcane plus Storms, this might be the first hero class that has that combo. They're both really good trees. What does Chaos have that would even bother using? Because I don't think you would use Skullstorm on that team unless you're running a purple Skull Spam team. I guess maybe you could do it then. I don't think Chaos has anything that really synergizes that well with that setup, unless you're really going all in Skull Spam with it. Yeah, pretty nice. I don't think you would put that in first slot, though, because it doesn't have anything to tank out first slot. More of like a third slot kind of hero class or so. Maybe even last slot, since you have Arcane for 2 extra magic in last. Let's see, we have Groshnock, which is obviously going to be an Orc bonus. We got Cinemirage, which is apparently another Daemon, like we haven't had enough. And then we have Shentang, which is going to be Elf. Where are all the Elementals? Where are they even going to make the Elemental hero class if they're not doing it for Shentang? Let's see, where else has a lot of Elementals? I'm trying to think of what kingdom has like 5-6 Elementals. That isn't Drifting Sands because they already did Drifting Sands. They made it human, I believe, or whatever. No, they made a monster. I'm trying to think of what kingdom they haven't done that could be Elemental. We better get at least 1 Elemental hero class. It's gonna be ridiculously broken. It'll be fun to mess around with. Yeah, the best thing that Chaos has is Doomstorm at start of battle. I believe that is the only extremely relevant thing that Chaos has. Most of the other ones are just kind of average at best. Yeah, let me double check. What does Chaos have? The Doomstorm is the only thing that comes to mind. Who has chaos? Who does have chaos? I know it's on like so few options. I believe Death Knight has chaos. No, Death Knight doesn't even have chaos. Weird. So few things have it. I believe Necromancer might actually. Sorcerer does. One attack to all daemons, generally useless. Steal 1 life from the first enemy when matching purples, generally useless. Disease a random enemy on 4x, 5x matches. That one's actually good. Just because it can help disable their mana down. 50% health spawns, useless. Doomstorm at start of battles, probably its most relevant thing other than its disease. Gain 2 magic and attack when you take damage to life. This in ultra situational situations could be good. It's a nice utility to have, but you'd only ever use it if the enemy has poison, bleed, or is going to be hitting you with true damage almost every turn, like with some kind of true damage spam like Merilith or something. It's very excessively situational, but in those situations could be really decent. And all enemies lose 1 point on skills. That one's useless. So it's only 3 good traits, or even usable traits, are Disease, a random enemy on 4x, 5x matches, the Doomstorm, and excessively situationally the gain 2 magic and attack whenever it takes life damage. And ever so occasionally you might use the 1 attack, but I'm pretty sure most other first trees will have better options, unless you have some awful trees. And the 5th tree generally has like a lot of weapon related stuff. As I say that, almost none of these are weapon. Actually, that one's a weapon. And because of that, having something that isn't weapon related is somewhat okay. The only problem with that is that 1 life steal can trigger traits that trigger when taking damage by life. So that can almost be a bad trait to have, since you can just keep proccing the enemy's beneficial effect by constantly hitting them with 1 life steal. Hello, Jason! Welcome. It'll be interesting if the overworld will have full sets of troops, or just underworld style 4 troops. We still don't know exactly what they're going to be doing with it. However, we'll probably find out in 5.0. Because 5.0 will likely be implementing whatever feature is going to be replacing delves. Or, you know, the next feature that's going to be replacing delves as the new kingdom feature. Also, I'm pretty hyped for the new interface, because one thing I'll be able to do, which I can't really do that well with how this stream is currently set up, is we're going to be bringing the backgrounds back again. However, I'm not just going to be bringing the backgrounds back. The backgrounds will actually have animation to them, because of course, now the game itself has like little animation things behind all of the backgrounds. So what I'm going to be able to do now is just capture like a half a minute or a minute of it. Set it as like a GIF or something behind the camera interface, and then have it so we have an animated background of one of the background things. Actually, I'll go show exactly what I mean by that in a second. But it'll be kind of cool to have, just so it's a little bit more interesting than the other ones. Need to remember to constantly keep switching it every single time, every single week, whatever the event week is. So, for example, a bunch of different kingdoms have different background effects attached to them. So for example, let's go to like, let's say Adana. So if we go over to something like Adana, where's an Adana troop? There we go, Adana. So if we go to something like Adana, we have this little thing. And if we go and get rid of everything here, or at least most everything here, I wish they did have an option to get rid of literally everything. But we can go screen capture something like this, and then boom, have like a little Steam effect while still having the Adana backgrounds. And you can do that for quite a few things. For every single one of these various backgrounds, and each one has like a different one. Like this one has a glow with some leaves, and we can still get the just find a troop that's all the way over to the left, and then just get like a nice little like square right over here. All that other stuff would end up being moved out of the way, and we can have that as like behind our face cam. Be pretty cool, because we can just use the green screen effect, so we obviously don't have anything other than the background behind us. Yeah, we'll be messing around with that too with the new interface once we get it in about a week or so. But anyways, next order of business. Let's keep grinding. Nothing else. Need to go get those token grinds catching up. We weren't able to for so long, and need to make up for lost time. I'll take that for now. And what else we need? We'll go and grab Mountain Crusher. Yeah, I hope the interface comes out really nicely, because I'm planning on using it for at least a year. If I'm spending like 93 bucks on it, I better be using it for some amount of time. If nothing else, it'll be my mixer branding. Worst comes to worst. Like all these, just everything related to the website there is just going to be using all of the stuff I'm commissioning here. So even if we drop its use for the stream, it'll still at least have its purpose there, if nothing else. I'll take that for now. Grab ourselves a Mountain Crusher. Because I'm so excessively picky when it comes to commissions. Especially when they start getting in the pricier range. This guy's more like a mid-range price. Because like $100 for a full stream overlay is, with everything else, like with some animations and a logo and everything, isn't that bad. But yeah, it's like the mid-range of the price range. Like if you wanted something really basic, they're generally around like 10 to 30. Though at that point, you might as well just go use a free one off online, because they're generally not going to be that custom. Then there's like mid-range, which gets around like 80 to 120. And then you get to like the really expensive category, which is like 200 to like 500 plus. Which I do eventually want to get one that advanced, but you'd really have to commit to that overlay if you're going to spend that much money on like a really fancy overlay. I'd most likely never spend that much money on the overlay and just commission individual assets, most likely. If I was to ever do something that expensive. The only problem with that is if you use multiple artists, it'll be different art styles for every single asset that you have. Which is the only really big issue with spreading to multiple commissioners. Is obviously they can't like mimic each other's art style. And while it might be cheaper, you might have art that looks slightly different than another one's art. It might look weird in the interface. Yeah, Salty's lucky. The devs ended up making her layout for her stream. So it's a pretty basic one. It's pretty much just like the background. There's a little chat thing over to the side and then like a nice little frame. They do have some custom assets that they did. Some of them are like from the game itself, because of course they were doing it like thematic around it. I made my first one. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Actually, I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't even remember the previous one. I could go bring it up real quick. Though it might be weird because a lot of the stuff might be broken on it. Let me see. Where is the most recent old one? See if I can find it. I believe this is it. Is that it? Yes, except it's really weird because it has the, it's trying to bring up the window that I'm looking at right now. Let's see. Let me just get rid of that because that's where chat normally goes. This was the one that I ended up making a while back. Let's see. Where's chat? Because I don't currently have a chat window open for it, which is why it's trying to show my other chat right now. Let's see. Also, my buffering stream right there. How nice. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm trying to find where on earth this asset is. Let me click on it. Where is it? There it is, I think. Well, it's trying to highlight it. Where is it now? There it is. Okay. But yeah, this was the interface that I ended up making. It just had the face cam here. We had the background thing. Although now we'll have it animated. We just used the old frame of the Mythic. This is what the old Mythic frame used to look like. Some of you probably remember it for what Mythics. Now it's just two cyan colored lines, obviously. This is what the old Mythic border used to look like. Redeem code used to go right over there, obviously. Then we just had the Facebook thingy there, which I'm probably just going to be doing for viewer count into the future. Oh yeah, we still have the viewer count over in the corner. That doesn't actually work properly right now because I don't have it set up for this stream. And yeah, then we have the notification thingies over there, the subscriber count over there, and yeah, this was the old format that we used to use. And all these assets over here were pretty much just from the game itself, for the most part. And a couple of those other ones were just commissions from a little while back. Actually, that one in the middle there, I actually still use for my banner on YouTube. A couple of those there. And that logo I ended up just making myself, the one that's next to Watchers. It's also the one that's used on the character's neck thing, the choker collar thingy. But same symbol for that. But yeah, this was the interface that we used to use for the stream. I know, all the OG subscribers will remember that. Let's see. Take that down. Get our explosion. Let's see. Question. You're missing troops from Delves. Which place is best to farm Delves? And what team? City of Thieves. Ideally at level 20 if you haven't already leveled it. And spam it with, you could probably do a gargoyle team. Which one you specifically go with, it really depends on what way you want to go about it. Like what level you're at. Because obviously doing it at level 20 is a lot different than doing it at level 100. But ideally City of Thieves level 20 with any really quick kill team. Would end up working, like the stuff that you would use for explore and stuff, like low level explore. I forget what the color restriction is there. I believe it's red and blue, question mark? In which case you could use gargoyles. You could also use Rowan if that's the case. I do forget the colors off the top of my head. But City of Thieves is currently the best overall farming faction. Yeah, I have a lot of experience at this point. Well, not a lot, but there's still a lot of stuff I don't know in regard to streaming. But we've been streaming for, what, like 3.5 years now, and the channel's been going for like 4. Actually, 4.5 at this point. Actually, didn't I start streaming like almost immediately after that? Never mind. Yeah, there's only like a half a year difference between the two, even slightly less than a half a year. Yeah, I've been streaming for about 4 years, and I've been doing YouTube for about 4.5. We started YouTube in April 4 years back, so 2015? Yeah, I believe that sounds correct. And then we started streaming that summer at some point. I think that's correct. But you can't even remember now. Speaking of that, 5-year anniversary of Gems of War is later this month. Like midway through this month is generally considered the anniversary of the game. It's around the time when it launched on Steam is what they consider the anniversary of the game, which is towards late November. Like mid-late November, around there. Yeah, midway through this month is 4-year anniversary of the game. Pretty cool. I mean 5-year. Sorry, 5-year anniversary of the game. Wonder if they'll do a flash offer calendar thingy for it. Hopefully we get something shiny for the final day. Speaking about shiny, can we finally get good medals? I keep getting such horrifically bad medals. Oh, I did not mean to double click difficulty. I hate when it does that. Why doesn't it just click onto the next thing? There we go. Oh, not full mana. Oh well. And it's killed up. There we go. Well, looks like we might gain a level this stream too. We're getting close. So close to our goal. It's so far. Gotta get that level 1,500. How did we not get an extra turn there? Hopefully we get lucky enough off the cascade. Not quite. Okay, we'll just go explode everything. Nice. Good. Right into double kill. And hopefully there's an option here. Or not. Oh, it could take that purple. And then we leprechauned immediately into it. Oh, never mind. That wouldn't have gone into him. It's being blocked off of Scorpius. Oh, so that reminds me. We still need to finish out Puzzle Quest. That definitely needs to happen. Let's see. So at this point, I almost feel like I want to wait until we get the connection fixed before moving on to that. I still haven't 100% decided what the next laptop's going to be either. As far as my budget, I really don't care what it costs, to be honest. As long as it does everything I need it to do. Within reason, obviously. I'll throw that down for now. And I am going for another laptop rather than a PC. And the main reason for that is for travel. And it's also because of how many hurricanes hit this area. It'd be really annoying to have to lug this an entire computer setup every single time a hurricane hits. Which is at least once a year these days. I'm probably just going to wait for Black Friday deals at this point, yes, for most of this stuff. I'm still browsing now, but I most likely am just waiting for Black Friday deals and around that general time. Because with how much I'm buying, I'm going to be saving probably several hundred by just waiting a couple weeks, which at this point I might as well just wait another couple weeks. The internet thing I could be able to fix prior to that, though. So it will be helped even more once we get a 2 PC setup. There we go, Arachnia. And a Cedric upgraded. Nice, nice. Keep going. Stop double-clicking the thing. Flesh Ripper is not that viable. It's not horrible, but most of the Meng-like weapons are better than it. It's definitely worth getting, but you're not really going to use it much. Given that it's the only thing even there, you might as well. Oh, so hello, Alan! Welcome! Yep, everything's been going pretty well. We're currently on a metal grind. We got the Mythic. Not really good. We've tried messing around with it some. It's not worth it. And we ended up doing that. But other than that, yeah, we're mostly on the metal grind, trying to catch up for lost time, since we still do not have a +4 magic. And still, we have not gotten a single Nisha. We might go this entire weekend and still get 0 Nishas. It's going to be really annoying if we do. But hopefully we'll end up getting some amount at least. But we'll see how things go. But I definitely need to go on that Nisha hunt. I, at minimum, bare minimum, want to get 2 more Nishas this weekend so we can go get a +4, our first +4 magic. Want at least 1. Ideally, we obviously want 2 or 3, but need to at least finish 1 already. And no one's internet is as bad as what you had last week. The biggest issue in my area is there's only 1 service provider for the area. And also, I am really close to a school. So generally, school peak time hours tend to have worse connection. So this includes the time of 8 p.m. to 3 p.m., as well as generally when a bunch of people are doing homework, which is generally more towards the other time where we tend to stream. It's kind of funny. Like, both the times we tend to stream are almost like the peak hours in this area. But 8 to 3 are like the main area. I feel like it ends up getting used a lot. Just because there's like 5 schools within less than a mile of me. Because there's a elementary school, there's a daycare, there's a middle school, there's a high school, and I know there used to be like one other recreational kind of school thing there. I forget exactly what it was for though. I'm not sure if that's still there. But there's like 4 or 5 schools within half a mile to a mile. Oh, we'll go for that for now. All the students on their phones. True. One provider is better than 0 providers. That is also true. Yeah, there are some areas in the United States that are just like completely dead for internet. Oh, I hate that. There's one summoner in this kingdom, and it is her. And she's annoying sometimes because she does that. She already won if she didn't do that. Yeah, it will. I hate when it does. Why does it? That's so weird. If you wait like 2 seconds or 1 second, it'll bring you to the next menu. But if you spam click it, it'll bring you right back to the difficulty menu, even though you already chose your difficulty. Hello, Lolite. Welcome. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, never mind. I need to wait till it starts all the way back again. I want to go test that with another one. Actually, I can go test it on any kingdom. Doesn't have to be this one, I guess. Go start a kingdom where we haven't already started. Oh, good time to grab tribute too. Go do Glacial Peaks real quick. So I'm going to choose difficulty. So if I spam click this, yeah, it goes right back into difficulty. But if I wait like 1 second and then click, it goes right into the next thing. That is so weird. You have to wait like a half second or like 1.5 seconds. And then you can click it, spam it. Oh no, this is one of the areas with Doom. We'll be back. Not with this team. I just wanted to test that real quick. Tell them I'm a big-time streamer. I am not a big-time streamer. I'm like mid-sized at best. Let's see, we get this one. You hope we get a quality of life fix for that UI on Explorer. It drives you bonkers. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things with it. Some of which was mentioned during the beta, most of which wasn't though. Just because we don't play it as much on the beta, obviously. Because any progress we have, we're not getting paid for it, and any progress we have doesn't get saved. So obviously we get to see a lot more of that after the beta. Like once it's actually released. Nice little extra turn there, and dead already. And one nice thing about controller is you can get back past that warning very quickly. The warning that tells you, hey, you're about to do this stronger battle. It still delays like half a second, but it's not as big a deal compared to clicking it. Clicking ruins like 2 or 3 seconds. You have to click directly over to it. With controller, you just spam click. Same as the Mythic one. Oh, do grab here. Do that for now. Grab another explosion. Get Scorpius down. And I should hopefully give him the full mana. And now he's dead. There we go. Anything good? Please give us a Nisha. Give us double Nisha. Like, give us triple Nisha. Could you imagine? No Nisha. Well, at least we got Arachnia. No Nisha. There we go. So you have to wait, like, 2 seconds in between the clicking the difficulty. Because if you click any quicker than that, it'll bring you back to difficulty if you're using controller. It reminds me of how, like, with mouse, you used to have to wait in PvP, like, a second before you spam clicked the continue button. Otherwise, it'd bring you all the way back to the main menu rather than back to the PvP thing. Or that was the problem with Explore when using mouse before. where if you spam clicked it too quickly, it would default bring you back to main menu, because it would give you two options, back to main menu or continue. But if you spam clicked too quickly over top of continuing, it would just bring you back to main menu. That's not an issue anymore, but they found a different way to make it an issue. Hey, Celestial traits though, nice. We need an extra turn. I'm just gonna have some. Oh, whoops, that's not an extra turn. I didn't see the other swipe there. Oh, why did I do that? Wow, I just made like 3 mistakes in a row. Fail. Let's go Mountain Crusher just to get Brown Storm back up. Nice. Okay, we repaired our mistake. I'm gonna go for Brown first, and then we'll go right into left. And that should be a match. Got it. Dead. Okay, we'll be good to go. Look at that lag. Hey, you wouldn't get counted for the extra turns at the beginning of the battle, yeah. That mostly had to do with how traits worked. That was preventing that from happening. Because there was like a lag related to the traits. Because of how they end up initializing at the start of battle. There actually used to be a really funny glitch, like a year and a half or so, where you could go and, back before we had speeds for the game, traits, of course, trigger still to this day from top left to bottom right order. But one interesting thing was you could actually get traits to trigger, like over top of, basically, there wasn't a stop for the game to tell, like, traits are still going. So whenever there were a lot of traits within a battle, you'd be able to start your turn while traits are still being done. So you could basically use an empowered ability to go and disable like an enemy or kill an enemy before their traits even trigger. So you could, like, let's say, use a empowered siren to go and kill something that's about to gain a 2 HP buff prior to getting that 2 HP buff, and then still being able to kill it because it didn't end up getting that HP that might have made it go out of kill range or something like that. And there was a lot of really weird interactions, because one other thing that you could do with that is back when Mana Core used to have Empower, which it doesn't anymore, it now has 75% mana start, you could actually stun an enemy with Mana Core prior to them ever initializing their trait. So you'd go and get your Empowered Mana Core in like your first or second slot. It would get its perk immediately. You would have control, so you could then just go use it immediately onto one of the enemies, and then you could end up getting it stunned prior to it ever triggering its traits, essentially meaning you could 0-turn stun the enemy like before they even triggered their trait at the start of battle. It's been the only time when you've been able to actually like stun at the start of battle. It'd be interesting if they ever added that back with a troop that stuns like all enemies at the start of battle or something, or even just one enemy stunned at the start of battle would be pretty interesting. But yeah, that used to be possible. It's not anymore though, obviously. It was a pretty broken mechanic. One of the reasons why Mana Core got nerfed, because they didn't have the bug fixed yet. They nerfed him and then they fixed the bug. So technically, he might still have Empowered if it was the other way around. If the bug was fixed and then he didn't need to change his mana. No, he was pretty powerful though, with the Empower, even without that glitch. Though with that glitch, he was at one point the best troop in the entire game. And it was used with Bone Dragon, which was ultra broken at the time, because it had no cap on how much armor it could tear, nor how much boost ratio it could get off that armor tear. Basically meaning you could just fill the entire board with skulls with a single cast. Any faster teams for traits? One since Sunbird, Guardian, Firebomb, Bronze Oak Pistol. If you're running low level, you can still run all that stuff. For higher level stuff, you can't really get away with it. With the exception being, you can still do Urskea's Shield with Rowan. You can still stack those two together to make a pretty decent combo for high level Explore. I forget the exact team composition. There's a couple of different ways you can build it, but it's Urskea's Shield, Rowan, Leprechaun, and like one other option. depending on how you want to structure the team. You could theoretically even go put the event troop, because some people were asking like what you could do for a team that could fit an event troop. I believe that team normally can. But that's all you really need. And then you just do Urskia Shield a couple times, then cast Rowan and just one-shot the enemy. Or you can go just use Urskia a shorter amount of times or double cast Rowan. But I believe most people play it with one cast Rowan. It works best against teams that don't have any form of summons. Luckily, Urskia is another location that doesn't have any summons on def, when I say summons. Because generally, teams like that can be a little bit annoying, like Rowan, where you go and kill out the entire enemy team in one shot, but then they revive with one of their enemies, which means you basically have to restart the entire battle again to go kill that one enemy. But luckily, there are a few kingdoms that don't have any of those troops, and Urskia is one of them. I forget what the full list is, but I know Urskia does not have anything that has 25%, 50%, or 100% revive on death. There's quite a few kingdoms that do. This is not one of them. One of the other reasons why this team works so good here. We never need to worry about them accidentally reviving. Because that always delays a battle. Even more so depending on team composition. Ooh, that was a really quick battle. Hey, we got Arcane from it too. Not like I need it, but still nice nonetheless. I'm starting to get good at waiting that 2-second delay. Wish it moved a little bit quicker, but oh well, it's not that big a deal. 2 seconds each time isn't going to kill us. But when we're trying to farm as quickly as possible, that is 2 seconds wasted we could have been farming. I wonder if I'm actually going to get that level in time. I'm probably going to stream for about another half an hour or so, because as I mentioned, I have something I need to do when around 3:30 or so. I do want to be off by about 3. I think we might be able to squeeze a level in by then. No, it'll be like the first thing we do tonight. When we go mess around with invasions. That's probably also the last time we even need to do invasion. Or then again, actually, we don't even need to touch invasion. I forgot. My guild already finished it. I still haven't claimed any of the rewards, but my guild already finished. So I don't actually need to do any more invasions since we're obviously not going for leaderboard. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want to chat about, let me know. We'll be here a little bit. But yeah, we have no event going on this weekend, so we can pretty much just grind whatever we want. Obviously, I'm taking that time to go do tokens. So next week, we're going to have a really fun one. We're going to have a new faction, and not just any new faction. It brings in 100% Reflect, the capability to copy enemies, and the capability to copy allies. So it's going to be kind of interesting, particularly to copy enemy, because this will be the first time ever that people that don't own Mythics will be able to use enemy Mythics. So if you've never tried like a Scorpius on your team, well, you might not be able to make the most optimal team. You could go steal it from the enemy and have it for a battle. Obviously, you don't get to keep it, but for that battle itself. So for like some more relevant ones, like let's say a new Mythic just came out like right now. Next Friday, you can go get yourself that copy troop, which will be really accessible and super easy to obtain. Go build a team that's basically centered around that one troop and have that one troop that's going to copy the enemy exactly where you would normally put that Mythic. Then go copy the enemy's Mythic of Bloodwood, and then boom, you just got yourself a Bloodwood for the battle. And you can test them basically like as if it was the team itself, for at least the duration of that battle. So it'll be a way that people can test Mythics without actually owning Mythics. All you'd have to do is build the team for the Mythic, put the copy troop over top where the Mythic should be, find a battle that has the Mythic as an opponent, copy the Mythic, and then boom, your team is now that Mythic that you want to test, even if you don't own the Mythic itself. It's something that was actually requested a lot, particularly around the time when they started adding Mythics about 2.5 years ago or whenever it was, but they never actually implemented it. So even though this isn't technically a way of like testing Mythics, it's going to be used for such. It's going to have the same effective result where you can now test Mythics with that you don't own with the new troop, which is going to be pretty cool. Interesting to see how that pans out. You cannot copy hero though. They did confirm that. Cosmetic pet tomorrow? Yeah, I believe we're getting one of the old cosmetic pets. Let me double check. We might be getting one of the old cosmetic pets. It's one that people who have everything already own, but I believe it's one that most people probably don't have. Let me double check. Does it even show on this page? No, it doesn't show on that page. Though we're getting a new one next Wednesday. What bonus is the one on next Wednesday? Divinian Fields. That's not the greatest of bonus. So I guess it makes the hero class a little bit better. Let's see. What's the pet coming out? Let's see. Pet Rescue, November 6th. No, there's not one coming tomorrow. Unfortunately. Not on any data I see. I guess because we had a Mythic, they decided not to do, the thing. Or, you know, they decided not to do the unique Mythic thing. Or the unique pet. Or not the unique pet. You know, bringing back one of the old pets. I guess they decided not to do that since we had a Mythic this weekend. I guess. But yeah, there shouldn't be a pet rescue tomorrow. They'll still get normal pet rescues, but you know, one of the old ones I don't believe is coming back. Unless that one thread just doesn't show it. But from what I can see, there's not one coming tomorrow. One of the old cosmetic pets. Please give us Nisha already. We need it so badly. Now, if nothing else, before we end the stream, we should probably go do a bunch of medaling. Because we can go upgrade a bunch of stuff with all the medals we have right now. Maybe not a bunch of stuff, but you know, we can do some upgrades. That's one nice thing I do really like about medals, is you can now farm explore for a little bit and actually feel like rewarded for it because you're actually gaining additional stats. Whereas before, most of the gold would just get dumped into guild and you wouldn't really like immediately feel the effect of explore. Now you kind of can because of medals, which is kind of cool. Because all these things that we keep getting, you just put into upgrades now. So now we can go upgrade commons a little bit more, we can go upgrade a rare a bit, or get a common to max. We can go upgrade some rares a little bit, or go get ultra rares maxed. Yeah, we have like multiple different options. We almost have another Arachnia. We can go get maybe our first perk into a epic, or simply just go get our ultra rares up a little bit more. We have several different options that we could do depending on which way we want to go about it. Bombot's not that meta in the current state of the game, though. It used to be, but as it currently stands, I wouldn't really say it's that useful to upgrade, personally. I'm still deciding what the next common will be. I don't know, maybe we'll go decide it after we go do this next set. Figure out what we're about to go upgrade. I think I got egg maxed. If I haven't gotten egg maxed, that's definitely the next thing I need to go put commons towards. We need a maxed egg. I think we could do it. We might be a little bit short on commons. But I don't feel like I'm going to be using 3 commons anytime soon, so we can just do it a little bit early, preemptively. Not too big a deal. They're common after all. They're going to be really easy to reobtain. It's fine if we dip a little bit below 3. Because generally you do want to keep 3 commons, 3 rares, or at least based on the current ones that we have. 3 commons, 3 rares, 3 ultra rares, 3 epics, 1 legend, and 3 mythics. So basically 3 of all of them, except for the legendary one, is what you always want to have on hand. Whereas the legendary one you only need 1 because it never stacks. There's no point in having more than 1. But all the other ones are, at least to some degree, eventually a point where you would need 3 of them onto a team. It wouldn't be that common that you would need 3, but, you know, still a nice option to have. Let's go do the mini-boss, go do the other thing, see what medals we get, hopefully 2 Nishas, and go and use some of our tokens then. And see what we can upgrade out of those. Did you miss the code? Nope, we didn't do a code yet. We'll probably do a code after we go do all the medaling. Which we'll go do after we get this next token drop. Oh, I should have taken that extra turn. Okay, good, we got spaded it. And now it's just reaccumulate our mana, should be good to go. The only bad thing about this, there's a lot of good grounds on the opposing team in this kingdom. We keep feeding them mana on accident if we end up missing our turns. Okay, Mythic boss time. Let's go claim our shards, get some good tokens, and then go upgrade stuff. Come on, please, at least 1 Nisha. We need Nisha so ridiculously bad. Also, I keep always thinking like this thing has immune to Devour. It actually doesn't. It seems like it should have immune to Devour, but it doesn't. Because a lot of Devour troops, particularly higher rarity ones, do generally come with a immune to Devour attached. So he has like no good perks at all. Let's see. Or never mind. Yeah, he does have immune to Devour. That's why I thought he had immune to Devour. I was gonna say, he doesn't have immune to Poison, but he has immune to Devour. I was gonna say because most higher level Devourers do have immune. Iron Gut's one of the few exceptions, just because he's such a good Devourer. I guess Great Maul is too. I guess not all of them do, but quite a few of them do. Oh, we got a double Cedric. Another badge that's not useful though for upgrading purposes. We need medals. Oh, that's one step closer. Anyways, let's go use some medals to hand out code. Let's do this by rarity and figure out what we want per rarity. First things first. If we haven't maxed out egg, let's go do egg. Oh, I meant base rarity, not rarity. There we go. Okay, where's egg? Or anything else that we might want to upgrade from commons. Where's the almighty egg? Where's the almighty egg? There it is. Oh, yep, it's still at bronze. Let's go get this maxed. So go do double that. Oh, good, we do have enough medals for it. And then we'll go put our rare into it. And there we go. Gains 2 attack, 2 armor, 2 HP. And now it gains 3 attack, 3 armor, and... Or sorry, yeah, 3 HP, 3 armor, and 3 attack, right? Yep. Wow, this actually seems like a lot of stats. But, yep, let's go get it upgraded. So now our egg actually has an attack value that isn't, like, useless. There we go. Oh, there's our egg being upgraded. And now let's see that base attack. So this is the difference of having it upgraded compared to not having it upgraded. It is currently at 30 attack. This is what a thing would look like if it had no upgrades, because they both have a base value of 0 attack. Fortress Gate, Dwarven Gate, Dragon Eggs. All 3 of these have a base attack of 0. When you go in and get your egg maxed out, it now has 6 higher attack. So you can see, while it's still a really below average attack, it's not as bad. Almost like Frosting level. But it's still low. Like, it's still, like, really, really low. But it's not as bad getting in a whole additional 6, at least compared to what it was before. So a pretty good margin that ends up gaining. Plus it gains 12 durability, which is obviously good since it's normally used as a tank. And as you can see, this 12 durability actually brings it tankier than an upgraded non-upgraded Dwarven Gate and Fortress Gate. So yeah, with the upgrades, when these aren't upgraded, it's actually tankier. Obviously, if you get the upgrades on these, they'll be tankier. But yeah, pretty nice effect. Actually, I believe all these actually gain attack, which is kind of funny. These gain... Oh, no, these don't gain attack. These gain a lot of durability. They actually gain the better durability one, too. The HP and armor rather than armor and HP. They gain more HP than they do armor, which is obviously better than gaining more armor than HP. Unless it boost ratios off it. But, yeah, Egg's gaining 666, 6 extra attack, 6 extra armor, and 6 extra HP. Basically all 3 of those values. So, yeah, pretty nice upgrade there. Okay, next thing I want to go upgrade. Ultra rares that aren't useless. Or even a rare. Do we have any rare upgraded to silver right now? Because we have enough ultra rares that we can go get them mythics. Oops. Let's see. Any rare to silver. Also, we really need a sorting option. I don't think I have a single rare at silver right now. I got Tagraki at gold. And I think that might be it at the moment. We don't have any of those at silver. Nothing I can upgrade under rare at the moment. Okay. So now ultra rares. Were we upgrading anything to begin with? Otherwise, we need to figure out what our next upgrade is. Spirit Fox I maxed. Leprechaun I maxed. Dream died and then came back. But yeah, we got a Leprechaun max there. Nope, I don't think I'm currently actively upgrading anything else. Okay. So now let's figure out what ultra rare we want. Apothecary, go. Let's see. I think that actually is the way we go. Oh no, what's better than upgrading Apothecary right now? The problem with Apothecary, though, is it doesn't gain any speed. Ancient Horror, to a degree, could almost be good. Just because, what stats does it gain? Not because Ancient Horror is good to any way, shape, or form, but because it can be summoned off of 25% off the thing. Off of, when an enemy dies. Quite a few things summon off of 25%. Let's see. Arcane Golem, if we want an alternative stun, isn't too bad. Apothecary, while it doesn't gain speed, it's generally going to want to have higher durability for higher level content. Wait, what color is next week's Delve? If next week's Delve can use Apothecary, I'm changing, I'm going to go and upgrade my Apothecary. Hold up. Where is that info? Does next week's delve use the color of blue or green? Anyway. The answer is... yes, it uses blue. And it uses yellow, so we can use Iron Gut. And Zugoff. And Mirage Queen. Which way do we want to do it, though? I think we drop our last slot and just still put Apothecary there, I guess? Yeah, that would work. Especially since we have higher attack now. You could probably get up to 100% consistently with potion effects. So, yep, Apothecary, you're getting maxed. Because we're going to need you probably for next week's delve. Let's go finally get Apothecary max. It only gains durability, but that's good for higher level content so it doesn't die as easily. So we put 1 ultra rare into it. We put 2 ultra rares into it. And then we put an epic into it. Because you never use epics on epics, at least currently. Because their rate of return is just pretty bad. Also, do we have a spare legend right now? I think I do, but I wanted to do 2 of them into Cedric, which is why I haven't spent it yet, if I'm not mistaken. Though that might be the only one we own. Not sure. Need to go double check. But anyways, we go upgrade it again. 2 of those. And now we need to go and do an epic. We could also technically do 3 of them, but generally for the last level, you just want to do 1 above its rarity. And for this, we'll just do the epic one. And there we go, maxed out Apothecary. And of course, that is only durability, but that's pretty good for delves and other locations where we might use it, where it might die. That gave it a total of 10 life and 17 or 14 armor. So 10 life, 14 armor, 24 overall durability is what was added to this troop by doing those upgrades. Not too bad at all. And there we go. So now it has a lot more tanking capability. Obviously not enough to just automatically live, but it'll survive at least 1 extra hit now. And yeah, there we go. So now we got Apothecary maxed. Not necessarily for speed, but more so to make sure it doesn't die in delves is probably the biggest reason why we did that. And there we go. Okay, let's go hand out the code. I said we'd do so after we did the upgrades. I know, it's deviled eggs. Ah, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. I knew about the 666 thing, but I didn't think about the deviled egg pun. Oh, that's really good. Yes, they're deviled eggs. Oh, that's great. I actually had deviled eggs the other week. Which I'll probably have it for Thanksgiving too again. Ugh. Anyways, what am I looking for right now? I am looking for code. Code that I haven't used yet. I believe this one was the next one. Also, that reminds me, I need to ask Salty for more codes. Okay, this one's good. Code time! Code, copy. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever game says right over there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters. And gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. Enjoy. Hopefully you guys will get the new mythic off that gem key. Unless you're saving it for later on. For when there's a better mythic in the drop table. And there we go. We got all of our metal upgrades now. With no spares. I'll go get our explosion. Grab our browns. Grab a right over there. Get a mountain. But I'll probably be covering later this weekend the video going over what you should medal. Because one of the things I wanted to have before I covered a video on what to medal would be things actually medaled. Just to show it by example. Like the whole difference with egg compared to the non-upgraded gates and stuff like that. But yeah, and we almost have enough examples. I feel like we could do the video. Probably after tomorrow's stream we would have enough examples. I'd feel comfortable doing the video at that point. We might even have a silver upgraded Yagway by then. I don't think I'll be having him to gold by then. Because I need 2 legendary medals to get him to silver right now. Obviously you want to try working him to gold as the first legend to gold. The only problem is the cost to get him to gold is the same cost to get some... If you're using 3 of the same rarity for your final level, which you should almost never do, you should use the rarity above. But if you are using 3 of the same rarity in order to upgrade a troop, it's basically the equivalent of getting another troop to silver of the same rarity. So you kind of have to weigh on if it's actually worth getting the gold or not on a specific troop. You can get a whole additional silver troop for the cost of upgrading a single troop to gold for its final level, assuming that you're using 3 of the same. So almost every single level, if not every single level I've done so far, has used the final level with the rarity above. Because 1 rarity above counts as 3 of the rarity below, which is why I keep saying you should be using your epics for ultra rares and stuff like that. Because a single ultra rare counts as 3, a single epic counts as 3 ultra rares. So you don't have to waste 3 ultra rares for it, which allows you to upgrade more ultra rares. It's also the reason why I have more ultra rares upgraded than any other thing. Well, that and the medals more common, but also because I keep using the epic medals, not on epics, but on the ultra rares. Because there's a lot of really good utility ultra rares that you can get upgraded way quicker than you can get the utility epics upgraded. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome. Also, I hope we're going to be able to upgrade medals in the future. Because there's going to be one slight issue with medals. And that is the same issue that ingots had. And that is that lower level ingots basically became useless. And the same thing's going to be happening for medals. While it's going to take a long while, eventually common medals will become useless. And then rare medals. And then ultra rare medals. And so on and so forth. While you could theoretically use them for a very, very low % chance, the amount of souls you have to throw down just to roll that % chance is so ridiculously high that you're generally not going to bother. For example, I'm actually going to give an example of that. We'll go do an example with a Legend or a Mythic. If you were to ever do it, you would definitely do it only on the first perk of one of them, because the % chance that we're talking about is excessively low. It's not as bad as treasure in that every single individual treasure would end up making it go, but it's still pretty bad in that you can only do a set of 3 to end up doing it. So for example, we have Abraf here. Let's say we've upgraded literally every single common, rare, ultra rare, and epic in the entire game, which is like never going to happen anytime soon. But if we wanted to try using our common medals to upgrade what is now our lowest rarity that we don't have upgraded, it will cost us 10,000 souls just to try for a 3.7%. And same with rares. If we try with rares here, just on a... This is a legend too, not even a mythic. Obviously mythics would be even worse. And to try it for a legend with 3 rares, it'd be 11 point... and this is just on the very first one too, not even the other 2. But it would be 11.11 chance. And it would cost us 100 souls to... or 10,000 souls to check it. And it would make us lose those medals if it doesn't trigger, regardless of if it triggers or not. So, yeah, super, super, super going to be annoying. Obviously, we're nowhere near that point yet. No one is going to be even remotely close to that point anytime remotely soon. Probably years before we even start to see that instance. But it will start to become an issue eventually. I'll go for that for now. Definitely always feel free to leave this stream open. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, poke, poke. Because it does count towards retention time. And YouTube loves retention time. Even if you just want to mute the stream in the background, feel free. It helps a lot. It definitely helps a lot. I actually have absurdly high retention time for a YouTube channel. And that's mostly because we do streams like this on the channel. But even just in general, even for videos, it's relatively high. Yes! We did it! Kind of. We got another Nisha. The only problem is we still need another Nisha. Well, it took like almost 2 weeks, but we finally got a Nisha. Problem though, we need another one. Because that Nisha does nothing for us until we get one more. But if we can find one more Nisha, we just got ourselves our first +4 magic. We need it so badly. But hopefully we get lucky enough to get it soon. Well, let's keep grinding. For a little bit. I'll probably do a few more cycles. Then stop for now. Who knows? Maybe we'll get another Nisha before the stream ends. That'd be amazing. So we're partially caught up on the grind. I really need +12 magic before next Guild War. I need that so badly. And next Guild War is what, 3 weeks from now? Like 2.5? So we gotta get on that grind. Because I 100% want +12 magic by then. At minimum +8 magic, so we could run 20% with 8 magic. for teams that's applicable to. But there are some teams that have half mana start that's more applicable to run 12 magic for. The worst comes to worst, we could always run 8 life with 8 magic on those kind of teams, which isn't as bad. Give them 1 hit of survivability while giving them a bunch of extra magic. Let's see if we get double Nisha in a row. That'd be absurdly lucky. We got to use our key luck that we had this morning to go get like a Nisha after another Nisha. Yeah, plus 12 magic is insanely good almost everywhere. There is no game mode where 12 magic would be bad. It's great for Explore. It's great for PvP. It's great, extremely great for Guild Wars. It's usable, but not as useful for Delves. And it's decent for Tower of Doom. Especially since you generally don't have any extra stats for Tower of Doom like you do Delves. So you could use your medals as that extra stats. Yeah, actually, oddly enough, the place where it has the weakest effect is probably Delves. And while it's still useful for Delves, it's just out of every single game mode, that's just have the least amount of effect there. The only one where you get a really huge effect, though, from it, from extra stats in Delves, is Iron Gut with extra attack. That probably gains the biggest amount of benefit from a Delve perspective. Just because 12 extra attack, or any amount of attack, that brings your Iron Gut to 100% devour rate is obviously extremely strong. Because only having like an 80 or 90% and being able to bump that all the way to 100 is quite the difference. Because he's never going to fail once he gets 100 plus. And if you can start with that, that's really good. And combined with potions, you can easily do that. Combined with potions plus medals. Even if you're not buying as deep into the tier 7s, you can still end up getting that done. Also, this will be, next week's faction will be the first time I ever run through all factions with medals. I still have not done that yet, like all the way from 20 to 500 pure faction. I've yet to ever do that with medals, and I'm about to do that for the first time soon. See how that goes. Hello, Danilo. Welcome. Also, anyone just getting here, don't forget to use the redeem code. It's probably still active for a little bit. Don't forget to go use it. There we go. And now his Scorpius killed the double kill. Okay. Go through one more sets. This will probably be our last set. Hopefully we'll get initial off of it. Come on, pure luck. Let's bring that key luck out. I'll move that over. Grab our explosions. Get our kill over there. Clear out the board. If anyone still has any other questions, now would be the great time to ask, as we'll probably head out after this battle, and we'll be back 5 hours from now for our normal nightly stream, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. And tonight we'll mostly just be claiming all of our loot from invasions, and probably messing around with grinding a bit more, and probably do whatever other dailies we haven't already done, like adventure board and all that stuff. Grind out the new hero class a little bit. Right now I'm not using the hero class just because this team is safer and slightly quicker using Titan. Like many things, Titan is the way to go. 90% instances, it almost feels like. Maybe a little bit less than that, but he's optimal for so many things. And even if he's not optimal, he's just versatile enough that you just might as well just use it. So you don't have to switch to something else. Also, any newer players who are here, definitely go max out Titan. You'll unlock it from completing out Stormheim Kingdom, all the way in the top right. Highly advise doing it. He's the best hero class in the game. It's not even close. There's some things that can slightly beat it out for particular instances, but as far as overall value, having a level 100 Titan is the best thing you can go for as your first level 100 hero class. It's a pretty important asset to have, as it is usable for pretty much anything in the entire game. It's one of the better options, if not the best option, as far as hero classes are concerned. we still didn't get a poison yet. Hopefully we cascade it. Nope, still didn't. Oh, could have got it right there. Whoops. Should just grabbed it. That's bad. Now we need to go keep fishing for an extra turn. Okay, good, we got it. And we'll go for that. Let him take whatever. Our mana back up. You opened 50 blue keys and got an Iron Gut. Nice! Had to switch, wait, off of blue? How do you get it off of blue? I think you mean event keys, right? Because currently, oh, unless you got them the other day. Because currently, if you try opening up gem keys right now, it's going to have the new Mythic in the drop table. I assume you did it yesterday then, if you did off of blue keys. But yeah, for anyone who is looking for Iron Gut, while it is still pretty random, he is in the event key drop table, the green key, this week. And he's a 0.11% chance per key that you could get him. But Iron Gut is in the drop table as the only mythic within the event key drop table. And it is still the case, even though it says, of course, the new mythic is exclusive in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. It does not include event keys. So the event key drop table still, even at this exact moment in time, is Iron Gut. And it will be for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It'll reset on Monday, that one. But if you're still looking for an Iron Gut and don't have it, he is still in event keys till the end of Sunday. That Monday reset time is when he's no longer there in event keys. And the current mythic will last all the way till Friday in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. Friday reset is when it goes and resets. So basically end of Thursday. I'll go for that. And it should be full mana, and it was kill him out. Is this the mythic battle? Yes. As we can tell by the only mythic sitting right there. Also, thank you, Assassin Pro, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Okay, the final chest of the stream. Make your predictions. What's inside of it? What is inside the almighty boss chest? We shall click it soon. Need water break. But yeah, any other questions? Otherwise, we're probably going to be wrapping up. 3x Cedric? 3x Cedric actually wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't mind getting a 3x Cedric. Anything that drops like 2 ultra rares or like anything above ultra rare, I'd be happy with. But come on, let's see that Nisha. Please give us a Nisha. So I clicked, why didn't it go? There it goes. No, it's still okay. We got an ultra rare and we got an epic. But that is not a Nisha. That is no Nisha, unfortunately. I wonder if that's enough Arachnia to get another upgrade. Oh, it is. Nice. We got another badge. I thought it was. Or another medal, I mean. Sweet. Well, we could go upgrade an epic if we want. Or we can go upgrade an ultra rare. Wait, how many ultra rares do we have left? Now, I still need 2 more ultra rares completed. Well, one's almost there. But yeah, I still need 2 more medals of Cedric before I can go upgrade another ultra rare. But I have everything I need for it. We just got another Arachnia. So I can go max out another ultra rare soon if we want to. We'll consider it. Anyways, that will wrap it up for this stream. If you guys still have any other questions, feel free to leave it on any of the videos or ask on any of our other streams. We'll be streaming again tomorrow afternoon or so, messing around with a lot of token grinding like we were today. We'll also be streaming tonight, as we do every night, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in 5 hours from now, in whatever your time zone is. And, yeah, we'll be back in 5 hours. We'll be messing around with mostly just grinding. For the most part, because this whole weekend I'm pretty much dedicating to metal grinding to try to catch up from the 2 weeks I was gone. Because as I already mentioned, we still do not have a single +4 magic. And I ideally want at least 2 of those, if not 3. But definitely need to get at least 1. Gotta get that other token of Nasha so we get our first +4 and work from there. But anyways, guys, I will catch all of you later. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck if you're going to be opening Glory Gem Guild or VIP chest for the new Mythic. Do keep in mind that the new Mythic is pretty underwhelming. So you might want to skip on this one. However, it does allow Forest of Thorns to reach 16 stars for any of you that can reach the entirety of that for all the upgrades that are along the way. That's not really too relevant, but it is technically another star level if nothing else. But yeah, it's probably a Mythic worth skipping if you're low on resources. So don't feel too bad if you don't get it, as there are plenty of things that can do very similar stuff to the Mythic. The only real purpose he has is probably second slot Guild Wars, so you're not really missing out on too much there, as there's obviously other options for doing such. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, everyone, and catch you guys soon.